Hey guys, welcome back to Elijah Holman RC. Today we have something very exciting coming to the channel. This is a YAK 54 50-inch wingspan. I just picked it up yesterday from a guy who was getting out of the hobby. So I got a great deal on it. This thing has never been flown, but it was purchased about 7 years ago. So it needs to have some things done to it. It's got some kind of old electronics in it that we will probably replace. I'm thinking to do like a recovery series on this plane, and let's see what shape we can get it into. Okay guys, so for the first thing we're gonna clean this up. You may not see it in the camera, but it's a bit dirty, and so we're gonna give it a quick wipe down so it looks a little more presentable. Okay, now that it's cleaned up, we're going to power it on and see what it's like. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, not too much throw on the aileron. Hopefully that can be changed. Okay, the elevator servo may need to be replaced. Yeah, we'll look at it. So there's a bar connecting it to the servo right here that is not tight, so maybe tightening that and we'll see how the servo reacts after that. The rudder seems pretty good. Rudder and aileron both. The elevator, yeah, we'll see what we can do with that one. But let's check the throttle. Sweet. Okay guys, see right here the elevator servo. Watch as I move it up and down. Okay, so let's get that screw tightened up and see how it works after that. Okay, so I just used an Allen key to tighten that screw up in there, and now watch how smooth it is. No movement of that bar, which is great, and so I think it's good. Okay, so I could probably get away with a flight right now. Everything's working just fine, but it's got a DSM-2 receiver in it, which is pretty old. They have DSM-X now, which are a lot more reliable. I've had some brothers lose connection with the transmitter when they have a DSM-2 in their airplane, and so I think I'm going to get a DSM-X in this and see how it does. Okay guys, so this airplane came with a Dean's connector, which is okay. I still have a couple airplanes with that in it. But I wanted to transition over to the IC3 connector. They're coming more common now, and I just thought it'd be a good one because I already have the right battery for this airplane with an IC3 in it. So the airplane came with this old 2200 mAh 3-cell. It's the correct battery for this airplane, but it's had some wear. It's pretty old. So I wanted to transition over to the smart battery. 2200 3-cell still, but it's a little more reliable and I'd feel better flying with it. So we're going to go ahead and solder this to an IC3 instead of Dean's, and so let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to start with cutting off this plug right here. Okay, and then I left some wiggle room so we can put the other plug on easily. Now we will take some rubber off so we can get to the metal. Okay, there's one. Then we don't want the metal to touch because then it could connect and make sparks or whatever. Okay. Not the prettiest, but it'll do. So now let's get the solder heated up and start soldering. Okay, I have these rubber tubes that go over where I soldered to help protect it. And so I'm going to put the black on black, red on red. You just put them over before you solder so you can slide them on. And just push them back a ways. You can forget about them until we're done with the soldering. This job is a lot easier with 3 or 4 hands, but if you don't have that, then a pair of channel locks is helpful. You just slip the plug into there. You don't want it too tight or else it could like melt and deform, but you just set this close to where you need it. And then also I have this steel plate that I put under the area that I'm soldering, and so I don't get any drips of solder on the airplane. So let's go ahead and fish out these wires. I think I'm going to start with red. It doesn't really matter what color you start with, but just whatever is easiest. So I'm going to put some electrical tape over the black cord while we do the red one, just to give it some safety. Okay, now we got the green tape on the black cord. We can just slip that down there to get it out of our way while we do the red. So now we can get out the solder and start the process. So you want them close together. I don't have a whole lot of room. This cord isn't super long, but yeah, just get them close together. And then start soldering. Okay, so I think they are connected now. So now we can take a breath and look around at what we have. So it's connected. You can use some pliers and like get the cord all in one spot. Okay, and now let's do some more. You can use some pliers to guide it. Let it cool for a second. That looks pretty good. Now we can take this off. Then get that little piece of rubber that we put on earlier and slide it over. Make sure all the cords are together. Okay, now this is a fun part because you get to shrink the little rubber tube around where you soldered, and so it has a nice fit to it. Just put this plate back on. Now, you can see that. Bend this wire back. You don't want to touch it, but just get it close so it heats up and shrinks. Okay, so it's a little small, the tubing is a little short, but we can put some electrical tape over that and seal it all up. Okay, we're just going to do the same process with the black cord. So we can go ahead and get that cord out. It's the one we put green tape on, so just take that off. Okay, that's all set up. Okay, so that looks good, and we can fish out that other black tubing and put that over it. Okay, so there we have it. It's not pretty, but it'll do the job just fine. So you can put electrical tape in those cracks if you want, but I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. But yeah, anyway, I think that's just fine for that job. So on to the next thing. Alright, we have the IC3 connector in here now, and it's ready to rock and roll. So the next thing I want to do is iron out some of the wrinkles on the fabric. It's my first time doing it, so I don't know how it'll turn out. I watched some videos of it being done, and it looks pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I've got the Hanger 9 iron right here. My brothers have used it on their airplanes, and this is my first time using it, so wish me luck, and let's get into it. So I'm just going to give you an up-close look at some of the wrinkles. So there's not a whole lot, but it'll look a lot better when they're actually off. So you can see like some wrinkles right in here. But I'm hoping to get rid of lots of those, and yeah, hopefully it'll look a lot better. There is a little hole right here, if you can see that, which is unfortunate, but it's not too big a deal. So still a beautiful airplane, so let's see how it looks. Okay guys, so we got lots of the wrinkles out. There's still a bit more to go. I'm no professional yet, so there's still some wrinkles around the airplane, but it looks a lot better now. So, so next thing, I think we're just gonna look around the airplane and see if anything else needs to be worked on, fixed, or if there's like a part that we need to replace. It's got a good motor in it. It's an A30 V2, so I think I'm gonna stay with that. It's a bit old, but in its time it was like top of the line. So, like I said, I'm gonna replace the receiver in it to an AR620. This is a DSM-2 and I want a DSM-X. So yeah, it's a beautiful airplane. I'm super excited to get it in the air, and so yeah, we're gonna look around it and see if there's anything else that we need to do for it. Okay, I'm gonna open the canopy and look through the airplane. It's all wooden inside. Now they have like carbon fiber frames, so I'm just gonna look around for like any broken pieces of wood that we may need to add some glue to or anything like that. So I'm just gonna take a nice look around. There shouldn't be anything because it's never been flown, so I mean everything looks like it's in good shape. Yeah, I don't see anything right now, so that looks good. The wings are attached by screws. Yeah, just a little Phillips screw. So that's pretty nice. I have an airplane that has little white pieces that screw into the wing. These have like two pieces of wood that connect and then I'll screw through it. And so it's a little different, but it looks pretty strong. Then there's a spar in there and some little pieces that come in for extra strength. So yeah, that looks good in there. Let's flip it over and see. I don't think I've showed you the underneath yet. So it's a simple but beautiful paint job on this thing. You can definitely tell if you're upside down or right side up from the difference in the paint job. So yeah, it's beautiful. I love YAKs. Just they rock every paint job that they're in, pretty much anyway. But yeah, so it's a beautiful airplane. I love it. I'm so excited to get it in the air, and yeah, I don't see any other issues. Gee, I want to just throw it up in the air right now. Oh, I did find one right here on this spinner. I'll bring you guys over. Okay, so right here, see that spinner? The screw must be non-existent. I'm not sure. You can kind of see it in there. So yeah, this side is good, but yeah, we'll have to do something about that. Oh dude. Okay, well, that should be fixed. Yeah, it's all like brittle. So I think I'm gonna have to replace the spinner on this. Yeah, that's pretty brittle. It would probably fly off in there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to replace that. I'm not sure if I have one with me, but we'll see and hopefully get that fixed pretty quick. Okay guys, so I found this black spinner. It's the same size and everything, but it's black. Go figure. I mean, can you guys see that? It's black and this is white. Okay, so it does look good with it. I'm not sure which looks better. So you guys comment down below which you think looks better with the scheme on the plane. I think black is just fine. I think I'm just gonna go with that for now. I might change it out later, but I mean, it does look pretty good. The white matches up with the middle white on the airplane, but I mean, black isn't that bad, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, is it just me, or does that black spinner look way better than the white? I just love that so much. That looks really nice. Okay guys, in this beautiful airplane we have an A30 14L V2 motor. This came out several years ago, so it's a bit older, but back in the day it was top of the line, and so I think for now I'm going to stick with it and see how it performs. But as far as servos go, these are running high-tech HS55s. They are also old, but yeah, I think I'm going to stick with them. They were pretty good servos back in the day, and I mean, it's not a really big airplane, so it doesn't need huge servos and that stuff. So as far as the electronics go, I'm going to keep them all except the receiver. Like I said, I'm going to replace it with the AR620 DSM-X receiver. So this is a AR6200 DSM-2 in here. So it's a bit older and not as reliable as the DSM-X. So yeah, I'm going to get that replaced and then hopefully have a flight video out in a couple weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'm super excited to fly this. Guys, comment down below if you think I should do more of these restoration videos. There's lots of airplanes out there that people just want to get rid of. There's tons of them for great prices. And so, yeah, comment down below and let me know what you think. And anyway, subscribe and hope to see you next time.